we have 0.2 of an inch, 3 shots there at 200. Range, 803 yards. Hit. Hit. Ooh. Miss. 3 o'clock. Hit. Hit the roof line. 5 o'clock. Hit. Hit. Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Ruger Precision in 308. Now this rifle comes in 3 different calibers: 308 with a 20-inch barrel, 6.5 Creedmoor with a 24-inch barrel, and 243 with a 26-inch barrel. So let me show you what comes with the rifle and we'll jump into the specs. You got a whole heap of promotional stuff from Ruger, including a poster on the Ruger Precision. Also got the manual. Heap of information in here, guys, about adjusting the trigger and also the stock and just using the rifle in general. We've got the Ruger lock here. Comes with an extra 10-round P-mag. We've got a sling swivel, a quick adjustment sling attachment, spare Allen key, and at the front of the rifle I've already put on the spare Picatinny rail that it comes with. I've just mounted a Yankee Hill machine adapter and Harris bipod on front there. Okay, so let me start off with clearing the rifle. As you can see, nothing in it. There's a safety feature that strikes me straight up. When you've got an empty mag, you cannot close the bolt on the empty magazine. Okay, now that isn't a fault, it's actually a safety feature of the rifle. So it's kind of like the last shot hold open on a semi-auto. All you need to do is just simply move the mag down, put the bolt forward and the mag back up. Now you could force it over the magazine if it's empty, but you don't want to do that because it's probably just going to damage the magazine follower. Now the weight of this rifle is pretty hefty, 9.7 pounds or 4.4 kilo, and that's for the 308. So if you've got 6.5 or 243, it's going to weigh a little bit more. Now the overall length depends on how you've got the stock adjusted, but anywhere between 38.25 inches to 41.75 inches, or 97 centimeters to 106 centimeters. Now, even with the stock folded, guys, there's a button around the side here where you just press it to fold the stock. Okay, even then the overall length is still only 78 centimeters or 31 inches, you know, for the 308. Obviously, it's going to be a bit more for the other calibers. Now, the recoil path goes directly back into the stock, according to Ruger and the way they've designed this precision rifle. So I'm looking forward to just seeing how the recoil is managed out in the field when we get down on the farm. Now the folding stock has a adjustable length of pull, adjustable comb height. You can also put any AR type stock on because it's compatible there, standard AR buffer tube. Now moving forward, guys, we've got AR compatible pistol grip here. We've got an AR compatible handguard. You've even got the AR style safety, okay, fire and safe. Sorry, there, so there's safe and then fire. So really handy there. The only difference is with a normal AR it goes down 90 degrees as opposed to the 45 degrees on this. Bolt is really nice on this, a short 70-degree throw. Really easy to manipulate the action because you've got that oversized tactical bolt knob. We've got 3 locking lugs, and it's just built really well. Now the trigger on this, guys, is just unreal. 2.5 pounds, crisp, clean trigger. Just listen to this. Just beautiful. It's the Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, so it's sort of like the Savage AccuTrigger. You know, you've got that trigger blade safety that needs to be depressed first before you can actually pull the trigger. If you are actually wanting to adjust the trigger, it is adjustable from 2.25 pounds up to 5 pounds. But honestly, out of the box at 2.5 pounds, I don't really see a need to adjust it. However, if you do, there is a tool that's in the actual end of the bolt shroud. Okay, so you've got a little Allen key here. If you twist the end of the bolt shroud, just put the rifle back down there, just like so, just twist and pull out, and there it is there. And where do you adjust it? Just in front here where the magazine release lever is, you can get down and adjust the trigger from there. All external, you don't actually have to take it out of the chassis, which is just fantastic. Now the P-mags that come with it are just your standard Magpul P-mags, 10 rounds. If you live in areas where you can use more than 10 rounds, fully compatible with the 20 and 25 round 308 magazines. Obviously they use the same mags there for the 6.5 Creedmoor and 243. Now the handguard here has got the key mod system on it, so really compatible with a lot of Picatinny rails and stuff like that nowadays. The Harris bipod I've put on the front is my own. Obviously the rifle doesn't come with that. Now the barrel here is just a medium contoured barrel. It's threaded at the end with a 5/8 by 24 thread. So standard sort of thread in the US for your muzzle brakes, flash hiders, and even suppressors if they're legal in your area. Now the barrel's made from Cold Hammer Forged 4140 chrome moly steel. They say that there's a little bit more accuracy because they've minimized the headspace and the bore and groove dimensions. So basically, guys, they've just tightened the tolerances on this rifle to make it a long-range precision shooter. The real test, obviously, is going to be when we're out on the farm and putting it through its paces. But anyhow, what more can I tell you about it? We'll quickly run into what I've put on top here, guys. Now it's the Leopold VX3i 6.5 to 20 by 50 CDS target scope. It's a 30mm tube, and I've got extra high rings on it. Now what I've done is I've customized this a little bit. This isn't standard out of the box, so we've got tactical elevation and windage adjustment knobs. So in other words, you don't have to take off any caps or anything, and you can just turn them no problem. But I've also got the CDS, or the custom dial system. I've got a tactical knob made specifically for the ammunition and this rifle, okay? So in other words, 308 Win, 168 grain federal gold medal. So that's the factory ammunition that I'll be using for the rifle. We're in yards, 1/4 inch MOA click adjustments, 100 foot above sea level as an average, 27 degrees Celsius as an average temperature, and 2,562 feet per second as the average feet per second on that ammunition. Now, if any of you are real sort of ammo buffs, you'll know that that's under the standard factory advertised feet per second for that 168 grain match. However, obviously I've got a shorter barrel. This is only a 20-inch barrel on this Ruger Precision in the 308. So I'm going to lose about 90 feet a second with that shorter barrel. Anyhow, guys, look, that's pretty much it. I just cannot wait to get this rifle out on the farm. So let's get out and just see how good it really is. Okay, guys, so we're only going to run one type of ammo through the Ruger Precision today, and that's the Federal Gold Medal match, which is loaded with the Sierra 168 grain Match King projectiles. Really, really good ammunition. The reason why I'm not going for any other ammo is, look, this rifle really is a precision rifle. So therefore, my personal feeling on it is let's show the accuracy there with some precision match ammunition. So that's why we're using the Federal. So what we've got is we've got a target out there at 100. What we're going to do is once we shoot 5 rounds there, We'll measure the group size, then we'll jump back to 200, we'll fire another 5 rounds, and we'll see how the group size is there. And then we've got some LaRue auto resetting targets there. Some of you guys might have seen the original review that I did on them. We're going to put them out and have some real fun and test out the accuracy of this rifle. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's have a look at the 5-shot group here at 100. Now, we've come spread out a bit. We had a little bit of a flyer just to the right here, if you want to call it that. Could have been my fault as well, but anyhow, we've come in at 0.8 of an inch. So, look, not too bad in these conditions. Once again, we're just getting hammered with the wind here, but we've tried our best to minimize it and just wait to take that shot when the wind dies down. So, look, that's the result there. So, let's try 200 now and see how we go. Now guys, we're back down here again at 100. Now, most of you might not know, when I'm using the action cam, usually I just take a second shot at the target there. So, you know, normally we don't have this camera going, so we mix and match with it. But anyhow, I wanted to bring the camera down here to show you the group that we've got here. Absolutely brilliant. Let's zero this. So we've got 0.4 of an inch. We've had the wind just die down just a little bit for the time being, and there's the results there. So I'm really happy with that. So we'll get out to 200 now. Alright guys, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's have a look at 200 here. We had 2 there that the wind got a hold of, but have a look at the 3-shot group there. I mean, that is just magnificent. Look at that. We have 0.2 of an inch, 3 shots there at 200. So let's measure how it is with the full size of the 5-shot group, and we've got 1.5 inch spread there, okay? So guys, look, this is just showing you the real conditions and what results you can get with that Ruger Precision Lock. I mean, that is just, honestly, that's just amazing. The accuracy out of this, just straight out of the box there, to get that sort of result there is just fantastic. So guys, let's go out a bit further now and have some real fun with this rifle. Alright guys, we had to stop filming for a bit because we ended up getting like 40k an hour wind here, which just wasn't fair to the rifle. It picked up again. We've had to wait. We've got a little bit of light left. So what we're going to do is shoot out extended range now, have a bit of fun with the rifle and test this scope right out. Range 402 yards. Hit. 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 Alright guys, well, new day here on the farm. There's going to be a little bit of an extended review because I honestly didn't do the rifle justice yesterday with long range. We were getting pretty dark, as you would have seen on the camera when I started editing this. I could see the graininess of the picture, so I thought, no, it's just not good enough. We need to do the review properly. This was the 5 shots I had when I had the LaRue target at 400 yesterday, so I thought, well, let's just measure it and just see what accuracy we were getting. All I was doing was just aiming dead center. So depending on how the wind is today, it's a lot more gentle. We may just have to come over a bit, but I'm just going to assess that anyway. So there's our top shot there. There's our bottom. We're right on 2.9. I suppose we could stretch it out there 3 inches. Okay, so we're at 3 inch spread there, 5 shots using the factory ammo there at 400. So all I'm going to do now guys is I'm just going to spray it up again. Okay, because we're going to really test out the long range. So we're just going to see how far back we can get. We got a little bit of a crosswind today, but it was nothing like yesterday. We spent the entire day, from the start of the day right through to dark, to try to find, you know, decent conditions, and we were running and hiding all over the farm trying to get that done. Anyhow, today's a lot more gentle, as I say, so let's really put this Ruger Precision to the test. Range 409 yards. Hit. 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 As you can see guys, we're back on there at 400, no problem at all for the Ruger Precision. Just straight on. All you've got to do here with this scope, it's just fantastic, just dial it to the 4 and we are exactly at the right elevation there at 400 yards, so brilliant. Anyhow, let's do what we didn't get a chance to do yesterday. Let's get back a bit further than 400 and see how we go. Range 600 yards. Hit. 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 All right, guys, so that was 600 yards. We got the Leopold dial right on 6, and apart from obviously your windage there, you know, we can't account for that, but the elevation is smack right on. So I'm really impressed with this setup. So that was 600. Let's go out even further. Range 803 yards. Hit. Ooh. Miss. 3 o'clock. Hit. Hit the LaRue sign, 5 o'clock. Hit. Hit. Okay, so one thing I want to show you guys, which is a really cool feature, I think so anyway, with the Ruger Precision. You've got a attachment at the back here, but some people might be wondering, well, you know, what is that? Well, you can put a quick release sling on it. So I've got the Magpul MS4 here. All you need to do, just push down, clips in, and there you are, you've got the rifle slung. Just absolutely brilliant. Now a lot of you be thinking, well, yep, that's too long and everything, how could you run with that? Precisely. So all you need to do is just take it off, fold the stock down, and right on the back here we've got another one just there. Push the sling in, locks into place. Look at that. How maneuverable and handy is that? Absolutely brilliant. Alright guys, I'll finish up with my final thoughts on the Ruger Precision. Honestly, this 308 is a real performer, and to try to find a fault is near on impossible. Now this is stretching it, guys, okay? My one fault of the rifle is with the magazine. Sometimes I've noticed when I'm pushing up to load, you've just got to push in till you hear that click. A couple of times, you know, I've pushed it up thinking it's seated when it's not, and it's, you know, come out. Like I said, that's really stretching it, isn't it? Apart from that, it functions perfectly, no problems with it whatsoever. Now on the positives here, absolutely love the bolt throw, the tactical bolt knob. It is just so easy to manipulate in the field. Love the AR pistol grip here, you can put all different styles on. The trigger, absolutely sensational. There is no need to adjust the trigger, it is just brilliant straight out of the box. Love the folding stock, it makes it great for, you know, buying a lot of the AR type carry bags, really nice. You know, you can get some really nice bags out there. The adjustability of the stock, the ergonomics, even when I'm shooting this, you know, when you're lying prone and the recoil is so manageable because it's just coming straight directly back into your shoulder there. It's just really nicely balanced. If you want to reduce that recoil even more, you can put a muzzle brake on the end. You know, you've got so many different adapters. There's so much you can do. If you are looking at one of these, look, I know there's a lot of scopes around too, guys, but to keep it within a sensible price, you know, you cannot go past this VX3i. With the adjustment through the custom shop, I highly recommend that. So easy just to use a rangefinder, like I've got the Leopold rangefinder, range it, just dial it straight to the corresponding number, and it's just unreal. The accuracy out of this, fantastic. So guys, look, I can't say enough about it. I know there's a big waiting list for one of these, but honestly, jump on it. It's well worth it. You can't beat this rifle for the value, the performance, and everything you get straight out of the box. All right guys, hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.